United Capital, one of Nigeria's leading investment banking groups, hosted a special fund farewell in honor of its outgoing Group Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Toyin Sanni, and also a warmly welcome to the incoming Group CEO, Mr. Peter Ashade. It was a colorful ceremony that brought together notable players in the financial market. There were special tributes for Mrs. Toyin Sanni and commendations for Mr. Peter Ashade.
I think Toyin, as I told some people quite recently, is truly an Amazon. He's somebody that is very passionate and committed, and indeed quite focused. And I want to commend you tonight, looking at where you started from and where you are, you've taken the organization today. I think you've done quite well. And thank you very much for making us very proud of you and United Capital. Peter, I want to also say that looking at you, I used to see you from inside, but I see you from outside. I think you have been well schooled and you've gone through some level of preparation for this new role. So I have no doubt that you will do very well in the shoes that Toyin is living.
I want to say that Toyin is a very hard-working lady. You've been very, very good to the Commission. You've been very, very good to the capital market. I've really served. You have served with all your heart. And I want you to know that we are grateful. Thank you very much. Peter is also another very hard-working person. And whatever assignment you also give to Peter, he will do and do it very well. I want to say that as you seek to fill the shoes that she has left for you, that I believe that you do a very good job.
You guys have been exemplary. Toyin in particular, I've followed very closely, and you know we've always been in touch whenever those accolades came along. Be it local, when she won the best in the capital market in Nigeria, be that British, when she got the British Award, or in South Africa, when she got the APLA Award. This is actually, in my mind, one of the most decorated women I've seen around this country. So Toyin, congratulations for all of this.
First and foremost, she's a woman of integrity. She's extremely hardworking, but very, very purposeful. Very purposeful, and she's been able to fit into the corporate world because she started off as a lawyer, moving from a legal background, and I can tell you many lawyers don't like figures so much. She moved boldly into the world of figures, statistics, facts behind figures, all of that. She moved into it very, very well and excelled. And then the figures started speaking for themselves. Peter, of course, everywhere you go, you will find the same comments in all areas of business. He has been extremely innovative, very creative, and he doesn't stop there. He does not stop until he sees whatever he starts off, he must see it come through. So, you know, these are all features of, in any Harvard book that you will see, fundamental to the success of anybody. So even when it looks like, oh, things are not going well, he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop until he meets that success. I want to congratulate you, and I know that these features that I've talked about today are the same ones that you're going to use to succeed in your new position. And I have no doubt that you will.
Highlight of the event was the formal handover of the mandate of leadership.
My dear Peter, for 4.5 years, I guided this icon. And today, this brand represents superlative returns to shareholders. It represents excellent performance. It represents professionalism, innovation, confidence, and knowledge. And it is with great pleasure and confidence that you are more than up to the task that I hand over this icon to you. And I trust you to keep it.
The outgoing Group CEO is grateful and has a charge for the United Capital team.
I want to seize the opportunity to thank Peter and the wonderful team at United Capital for the honor that has been done to me tonight. I honestly could not have imagined a better and a more glorious outing than the one that we have tonight. I want to thank the board of United Capital PLC and of course the board of the larger group, and I must mention Mr. Tony Elumelu, who gave me the opportunity to play this role, gave me a job 12 and a half years ago, and also allowed me to have this gracious exit. So I thank him in absentia. I thank the amazing staff of United Capital. I tell you all the time that you are the best team on the surface of this continent. In fact, on the surface of the earth. And I will continue to tell you. I thank my chairman in absentia, Mr. Chikamodi, and the entire board of United Capital. They're the best board you can imagine in terms of governance, in terms of support. Our shareholders and our clients and our counterparties and partners that allowed us to thrive over the years. We couldn't have done this without you.
Financial market stakeholders speak on the leadership legacies of Mrs. Toyin Sanni and the expectations for Mr. Peter Ashade.
Mrs. Toyin Sanni, like we all know, is a very hard-working lady. She's a great leader, very transparent in her leadership style, and also a very committed, dedicated hard worker. She's obviously a mentor to many. She herself is a multiple award winner and has done tremendously well, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa. And so we're pretty much excited to bid her farewell tonight, and more importantly, celebrate her for all the many achievements that she has achieved while she was the Group Chief Executive Officer of United Capital.
Fantastic woman. As my partner said, a virtuous woman indeed. One thing that has kept her going across the world is her daily motivational she drops on LinkedIn. People do follow. I was telling her sometimes back that I have a friend of mine who is a pastor that picks, every of his Sunday Bible service from our own, with daily motivational. So that's an impact she has done, and she's still doing it. Wherever she's going to, I know that God Almighty will be with her, and also we will go along with her, as a friend and also as someone that loves Toyin Sanni very much. So I wish her all the very, very, very best.
She had served, and I said, men and women and nations will surely serve her. I surely believe that my Jesus Christ said that if any one of you want to be great, must be a servant of all. Throughout, when you look at her profile, throughout of her lives, she served. And as she's moving to new, greater, opportunity in future, I surely believe that she will make Africa better than she met it.
I think Toyin Sanni is a unique leader. She came following the changes in the financial sector, where banks that used to have universal banking license were required to focus on their core business. UBA, for instance, that was a universal bank with investment banking, commercial banking, and was a financial supermarket. Following that regulation, we had to strip all those businesses that were outside the core commercial business, and that was when Toyin came to steer the ship at that point in time. I know what it takes to lead an organization that was going through those kind of changes, and I would say she's done quite well in going through that and stabilizing the organization and taking it to where it is today, and one of the icons in our market. So she's done well. For the man that is coming on board, who also was one of the appendages of United Bank for Africa then when we were Universal Bank, ran our registrar successfully, one of the foremost registrars in the country. Coming on board, he's got the cognitive experience and the breadth and the content to lead this new organization very well. So I think Toyin is leaving the company in very good hands. And I believe that Peter will do a lot to take the company to a level that all of us will be very envious of.
She has an extraordinary grasp of financing, of managing an investment firm and growing a business to the scale that she has, yeah? And she's an extraordinary mentor. She's amazingly generous with her knowledge. She's mentored several of our entrepreneurs from the Tony Lumulu Foundation who sing her praises constantly in the way that she's guided them on their own entrepreneurial journey. I really wish her every success in whatever she's going to do next. Whatever it is, it's going to be big.
A wonderful foundation has been laid. This is a great institution, and continue to believe in her and continue to support the management. My parting shot to the management and staff is that you are the best people on the surface of the earth and you're going to do amazing things. Keep believing and keep doing what you have learned to do over the last few years. And of course, to everyone else, I wish you well as well, and I thank you for coming. All our guests and clients, thank you so much for coming to celebrate with us today.
It's a warm welcome for you. How do you feel about this new task? And of course, what do you have to say about your predecessor, her qualities and leadership style?
In fact, it's quite very exciting. Starting a new life in another organization, a group of company. And for me, I want to congratulate today TFS. She's been a very strong pillar, and sincerely she has laid a strong foundation for me upon which I'm going to build as I grow this organization to the next level. Clear strategy, clear structure, and she's been pivotal to a lot of successes that has been recorded in the recent time as far as the company is concerned. I want to thank her so much for that.
And what should market stakeholders expect from Mr. Peter Ashade, leading United Capital as a leading investment bank in Nigeria?
Fine. Critically, we're going to pursue our Pan-African strategy. Currently, we operate in Nigeria, but we're gathering critical mass to enable us way into Africa. Secondly, we are going to innovatively change the narrative of financial services in Africa. It's very key for us. Third, we're going to work together with, in terms of our stakeholders. We're going to have a very good relationship with our various stakeholders. Above all, in all this, we are mindful of the interest of our team shareholders. As a listed company, we are going to really sustain the wealth and sustain and increase the wealth of our various shareholders, which is very critical for us as we grow the organization. Lastly, our people are indeed our greatest asset, and we're really going to work to ensure that we work as a team and build a lasting institution that is going to put its foot on the sign of time. And we're going to expose our people in terms of training, in terms of exposure, and we really leapfrog them to add value to the organization we want to see that will be pride of Africa in very nearest future.
After 4 years of remarkable service, Mrs. Toyin Sanni, an award-winning GCEO, an inspiration, dynamic leader, and strategic thinker, deserves all the accolades. For Mr. Peter Ashade, after an outstanding performance with Africa Prudentials Plc, market stakeholders expect that he will replicate this, taking United Capital to greater heights.